This show is brought to you by Manscaped. Use the code AFTV for 20% off your order and free shipping at manscaped.com. AFTV, Lee just said disappointed but not disheartened. Is that how you feel as well?
Basically, I mean, for me it was pretty much a game of two halves, and I think that Klopp set out his intentions pretty early in the second half when he decided to try and bring on Salah and Firmino, and they've happened to score just as that substitution's being made. And you can kind of see, I think like someone else said, like the players were a little bit deflated, and some of that is around the immaturity. You had Lacazette during the crowd up. I thought the crowd were fantastic. I thought we sang right through till the end. I thought we were positive. But like people have said before, it's a game of fine margins, and at this level it's those margins. And I think if you think about our last 12, we've lost 2 in that last 12, and those 2 are Man City and Liverpool. We draw with Burnley and we've won everything else. So you know, we're there or thereabouts. There are still some changes that need to be made. Some is going to be massive, like has been said earlier. Champions League pot changes that. It changes the amount of players that you can bring in. It changes the quality of players that you can bring in. There are still some players in the squad, that we'll be looking to recycle out in the summer. And then obviously you've got a squad management issue in next summer or next season when you've got Champions League or hopefully Europe midweek, and then you're trying to balance it. So some of the injury issues that we normally would see, we're not seeing this season. So not disheartened, but it kind of sets out our stall in relation to where we are and where we want to be. And that was the issue, like someone said, it's a game in 2 minutes, the whole game changes. I thought that header back where Lacazette, I thought from where I was sat, I would expect a confident centre forward to be trying to put that past the goalkeeper. I know he was pushed a little bit wide, but you still expect him to try and get a shot off. And I think if he scored 7 in his last 9, for example, he takes a shot on there as opposed to trying to pass that off to Odegaard. Again, when it goes back to Odegaard, you're expecting a player of Odegaard's quality to again be testing the goal. I know the keeper's made a save, but you still be expecting him to put that away. And then they go at the other end and score. And it kills you.
Can we still make top 4?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've still got it in our hands. I think we've still got the teams that we've still got to play. They're going to be tough games. They're going to want it, and we're in a difficult situation where when the teams around us are winning, we need to be winning to be keeping pace with them, and when they're losing or dropping points, we want to be winning to kind of create a bit of distance and a bit of leeway between us. I'm confident we can do it. I've been confident we could do it all season, in fairness. I genuinely thought that not playing in Europe this season was going to benefit us, and it looks like we are seeing that. I've got some slight concerns around fatigue. Lacazette, we can't seem to get 90 minutes out of him, and we're only playing once a week, once every 10 days in some games, and we're still not getting 90 minutes out of him. So there's an issue there either around over preparation, so they're working too hard in training, or they're not working hard enough in training. But again, those are the sorts of things that need to be ironed out. And like I said, we've got to go and get 2, maybe even 3 centre forwards in the summer. And there's a bit of a squad revamp that needs to happen. We're on the right path. I think that if I look at where we're going, we're in the right direction. If you look at the squad that Klopp had and the squad that Guardiola had, they had to make some big changes. They had to make some big decisions. But they've now got their squad, and all of the players in their squad are their players in essence. And Arteta doesn't still have that yet. So I think he's got another summer. And I think next season will be in a much better, much stronger position. But we've got to learn from games, like I say. They've got to learn. They've got to understand it. It's a game of fine margin. You can defend well for 50 minutes, but if you do switch off, you get punished, and those teams punish you. And then once they punish you, they kill the game, and they do not let you back into it. And that's one of the things that we sometimes do. Sometimes we take a lead and we let teams back. We let teams back into a game that we shouldn't be letting them back into. Look, positives to take from it. You don't want to lose any games. I don't consider that a free hit. I think that's a game that we should be going out there and competing in. But by the same token, it's in our hands. And I think whilst it's in our hands, and I'm confident we can go and beat Tottenham. I'm confident that we can go and beat Villa. I'm confident that we'll go and beat United. And I'm confident that having taken 6 points off Leeds, Wolves, 6 points off Leicester, those are decent sides. I don't think many sides are going to go and take 6 points off those, and we have. And like I said, in the last 12, we've lost to Liverpool, we've lost to City, and I think that kind of tells me roughly where we are. So I'm confident, but they can't. Again, I said on Saturday, we can't be complacent. Just getting into top 4 isn't where we want to be. We want to be challenging and we want to be closing the gap on those two, and that's a big task.